From MTN News, this is Montana This Morning.
Hundreds of people gathered here in Belgrade to support the trucker convoy. Hear from a few of those supporters coming up.
People gathered to wave flags over the Ramsey overpass for the Freedom Convoy. I'll tell you the story coming up.
Already on edge from COVID, kids are now trying to understand the war in Ukraine. I'm Laura Podesta with tips for parents on how to talk to your children about heavy topics.
I'm Joe St. George in Somerville, Tennessee. Should school board elections be partisan? Some say they already are, but some counties in our country are going a step further and labeling the candidates as Democrat or Republican. We look at the debate next.
Just ahead of 6:31, another
Beautiful.
Chamber of Commerce shot there on our community hospital of Anaconda Camp. Beautiful. I love the before the time change goofiness that we have to deal with. I love the fact that you just get those beautiful sunrise shots.
It's fantastic.
Early
We'll be
dawn.
changing our clocks here.
I can't hear a word you're saying. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah.
A little over a week. Anyway, I'll skip over that. Hey, spring's only a little ways away.
That's
as
right.
well,
I'll
so
listen
we'll
to
go
that,
with that. Yeah. Temperatures this morning into the 30s, low 30s. This is very spring-like for us, and we're going to see those spring-like changes by the time you head into tomorrow. Daytime highs today, the warmest of the week. We'll top out into the mid-50s. Again, we're going to get rid of probably the rest of that snow and ice out in our, except for where it's piled high.
Yeah.
But our temperatures are going to be warm. We're going to talk about some changes heading our direction, how long that's going to last coming up here a little over 10 minutes.
Thank you, Matt. 6:31 now. The Freedom Convoy went through Montana last evening to enthusiastic support. Started in Washington State, and one of the first stops was in Missoula. MTN's Jane McDonald and Caitlin Aguiles start our team coverage with updates.
Now, 2 weeks ago, Kelly Ferris began planning a stop for the trucker convoy. Today, hundreds of people have come to support.
I'm just a really concerned citizen.
Kelly says she's concerned about freedom.
Freedom of choice over our bodies, freedom to work, freedom to live, freedom to play.
A concern held by many at this rally.
What does freedom mean to me? Conduct our business and have freedom of choice as to what type of medical treatment we want or we don't want.
And the support can be seen near the road, in the sky, and even on horseback.
Being up here and standing out with the American people.
Justine and her mare Callie sat tall in the saddle, waving in supporters.
We need to get America back together. You know, we got some separation and we just need to start working together again.
And finally, the truckers came through Belgrade. And for Becca LeBaron, who's been driving trucks for 30 years.
And I've never been more proud of the truckers than I am today.
And what she'll take away?
Today, we have hope. And wave those flags and be proud.
One after another, and still more poured into the Flying J.
And these truckers are standing up. This is about freedom. We've got people in this convoy in regular vehicles. You've got the truckers. We even had a rotor-rooter.
Those in the crowd and in the convoy say it's about freedom. But the local organizer hopes this will lead to more.
My one wish is that we all find someone that we fundamentally disagree with, and we go to them with unshakable mutual respect and love. And that's what we're trying to do here. So we can all evolve and grow.
And for Becca, her parting words:
just keep rolling.
Now, after they get done fueling up over at the Flying J, they will be back on the road and heading towards Billings to stay the night on their way to D.C. In Belgrade, Jane McDonald, MTN News.
People gathered over the Ramsey overpass to greet truckers, a part of the Freedom Convoy.
Waving flags, honking horns, and cheering took over the Ramsey overpass in support of the U.S. Freedom Convoy heading to Washington, D.C. Many supporters waited hours in the cold to catch a glimpse of the convoy as they passed through Montana, among them a Vietnam veteran. Joseph Carroll had served in the Vietnam War when he was 18 years old. He says that the convoy represents the freedom he fought for so long ago.
I really appreciate the truckers doing what they're doing.
As people waved their flags, passing trucks and cars honked their horns in support of the convoy. Christy Deskelchuk, a truck driver herself, says that being out there would let the truckers know they have people rooting them on.
Our freedom over here It's very strong. We need to support them. As being a truck driver myself with my husband, we are strong supporters.
Carol says that this convoy is a message to protect the freedom of Americans.
Our freedom's being tested all over the world. It's been tested since we became a country, and it's probably going to be tested a lot more.
The U.S. Freedom Convoy will be making a stop in Belgrade and then moving on to Washington, D.C. Near Ramsey, Caitlin Aguilez, MTN News.
6:35 now. 2 years of dealing with the pandemic has been especially hard on children and teens. And now many are worried and asking questions about the war in Ukraine. CBS's Laura Podesta has more on how parents can approach these difficult conversations.
16-year-old Ava Felice and classmates gathered around the TV in their high school law class watching President Biden speak about the war in Ukraine.
We're like, oh my gosh, what's happening right now? Like, this is crazy. It's just another thing to be added onto the list.
The New Jersey teen says from school threats to COVID and now Ukraine, it's been a stressful time.
As a teenager, it's hard to see like what my next step will be because I don't know what the next step of the world is going to be.
Navigating how to talk to children about what's going on can be tough for parents.
What they really need to know, especially for younger kids, pre-adolescents, is that people do have wars. They have disagreements, but it's a place that is far, far away.
Cleveland Clinic pediatric psychologist Dr. Vanessa Jensen says parents should shield younger children from disturbing images. For teens, ask questions about what they know.
I want to keep you safe because you're my child, but I also want to talk to you. I want to learn from you. I want to learn with you. If they start talking about, are we going to have war here? The older the child, the more honest you can be. I hope not, but I can't guarantee you that in your lifetime, you'll never have a war.
I also think we have to trust our kids that as much as we want to shelter them, they're a lot more resilient, I think, than sometimes we realize, and a lot more knowledgeable.
I just really wish that there was more information out there that was accessible to us, or that more adults would tell us, what's going on. Our generation is stronger and more resilient and more empathetic than a lot of adults may think.
And Ava believes her generation will make this world better. Laura Podesta, CBS News.
Now, Dr. Jensen also says taking action can help children understand what is going on around them. For example, families could make a card for someone in the military or pray for the safety of Ukraine. In other news, debates over masks, vaccines, and remote learning have equated to more interest in local school boards. In most cases, however, school board elections have remained officially nonpartisan nationwide. Only 94 of the country's 1,000 largest districts have school board candidates tied to a political party. Our Joe St. George explains how there's a new push to change that and how partisan elections for school boards may impact your child's education.
When you think of school, what comes to mind? The ABCs, math, POLITICS probably doesn't, but politics has no doubt intensified in many local school districts.
This is not safe.
You guys are killing them. It's on you.
The politics of COVID has dominated meetings and created rallies.
Please step up and advocate for our children.
But if you thought this next phase of the virus would result in less politics in schools, welcome to Fayette County, Tennessee. For years, school board candidates here have been required to run as independents, which is the case in most places. But a new state law now allows counties to choose to have partisan school board races with candidates running as a Democrat or Republican. This year, Fayette County chose to do this for the first time.
This is my son, Jaden.
Parents and political leaders here have mixed opinions, though.
It should be more nonpartisan.
Pamela Crutchfield is worried it will make education more divisive.
The biases were already there.
But Kevin Powers disagrees.
I feel that the best thing you can do for the voter is give them as much information as possible.
He says allowing candidates to identify as their preferred party better informs voters.
There already is partisanship. If it's nonpartisan, in my personal opinion, you don't know where they stand.
What's happening here in Fayette County when it comes to partisan school board elections is happening in other parts of the country, too. Missouri is holding a debate on this issue this week, and Florida had a bill introduced this year as well. The issue was brought up in Arizona this year, too, although state lawmakers rejected it over a fear of costly taxpayer-funded primaries, which currently don't happen because when every candidate is nonpartisan, one election is all that's needed. Back in Tennessee, the true impact of politicizing these local elections won't be felt until the fall. And while Powers admits this may make things more divisive with more TV commercials,
I can see it happening.
Pamela just hopes the kids are put first.
As long as they do what they need to do for our kids.
In Somerville, Tennessee, I'm Joe St. George.
All right, 6:40 on this Thursday. We're going to take a break.